South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors: Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear; Ochsner St. Mary, get the care you need close to home; Homa Paint and Industrial Supply, proud supporter of education in the Bayou region. Hello and welcome once again to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We continue the first round of our junior high tournament today. Bayou Community Academy taking on Vandebilt Catholic Junior High. Good luck to both teams. We'll start with a rapid fire round. We're dealing with occupations here. I want you to fill in the blanks in these sayings or titles with the name of an occupation. Okay? Good luck. Is there a blank in the house? Brenna.
Doctor?
That's right. Death of a blank. Death of a salesman. Too many blank spoil the broth. Too many cooks spoil the broth. An apple a day keeps the blank. Jackson?
Doctor.
That's right. The blank in the dell. It's the farmer in the dell. The absent-minded blank. Absent-minded professor. An apple for the blank. Apple for the teacher. The blank of Seville. That's the barber of Seville. Butcher blank candlestick maker. Butcher baker candlestick. The blank of Venice. That's the merchant of Venice. And that is the end of the round. All right, let's take a moment, let the players introduce themselves. We're going to start with Bayou Community.
Hello, my name is Dayton. I'm an 8th grader at BCA. I like to fish and play football.
I'm Jackson. I'm an 8th grader at BCA. Other than Quiz Bowl, I like to play baseball.
I'm Walter. I go to BCA. Other than Quiz Bowl, I like to solve Rubik's Cubes.
Hello, my name is Eli. I am in 8th grade, and I enjoy playing soccer other than Quiz Bowl.
All right, Jackson is the team captain. Tell us about Bayou Community.
Bayou Community Academy is a college preparatory public charter school in Thibodaux, serving close to 500 students from the Lafourche Parish community for grades pre-K through 8. BCA's mission is to educate community servants for the future by providing opportunities for students to learn, lead, and serve society. BCA is where scholars come to learn and learn to serve. All
right, thank you, Jackson. And thank you to the faculty sponsor, Ms. Tiffany Hugh. Let's welcome back Bayou Community Academy. All right, here are the players for Vandebilt Catholic.
My name is Ethan Laird, and other than Quiz Bowl, I am in football, soccer, and tennis.
Hi, my name is Grace Champagne. I'm an 8th grade honors student at Vandebilt, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I enjoy drama and science.
My name is Brenna Lira. I'm an 8th grader at Vandebilt Catholic, and I'm in art and choir.
I'm Gabrielle Dupre. I'm an 8th grader at Vandebilt Catholic. Other things except for Quiz Bowl that I enjoy are junior high student government, and I also compete with Vandebilt Catholic's swim team.
All right, let's hear more about Vandebilt Catholic from Grace Champagne.
Vandebilt Catholic is a co-educational college prep school for grades 8 through 12 in the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux. Rooted in Catholic values and the mission of the Brothers of the Sacred Heart, we are committed to the formation of the whole student, both spiritually and academically. We would like to thank KWBJ and Mr. Hunter for hosting the South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Tournament and for inviting us to participate.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you to the faculty sponsor, Mr. Blaine Petrie. Let's welcome back Vandebilt Catholic. All right, let's get back to our game. This is the toss-up bonus round. We'll start you with a 2-point toss-up. What is the natural pair of athletic implements needed for the sports of archery? Grace.
Bow and arrow.
That's correct. Bonus question goes to Vandebilt Catholic. This ship departed from Southampton, England in 1912. For 2 points, name this Olympic-class ocean liner which sank after hitting an iceberg on its maiden voyage.
Titanic.
That's correct. The Titanic was operated by this steamship line, whose flag featured its namesake celestial object. The line later merged with its chief competitor, Cunard.
Pass.
Bayou?
The White Star Line.
That's correct. Vandebilt, Cunard Line built this steamer that was sunk off the coast of Ireland during World War I. Despite official statements saying otherwise, the ship was indeed carrying weapons. Name the ship.
Pass.
Bayou?
Pass.
It was the Lusitania. 2 points for each team on that. Here's a 2-point toss-up. What Virginia city, now in West Virginia, was raided on October 16, 1859 by abolitionists led by John Brown? Anyone? It is Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. 2-point toss-up. Name the imaginary paradise described by James Hilton in his novel Lost Horizon. Anyone? That was Shangri-La. 2-point toss-up. What are the first 3 letters of the Greek alphabet? Ethan.
Alpha, beta, gamma.
That's correct. Bonus to Vandebilt. The Great Swamp Fight occurred in this colony, which was also home to Samuel Slater's textile workshop. For 2 points, name this tiny American state with the capital of Providence, home to the Narragansett Indians, and it's bonus for Vandebilt. It's a bonus for Vandebilt. Home to the Narragansett Indians and Anne Hutchinson.
Rhode Island.
That's correct. This author of The Bloody Tenet of Persecution founded Rhode Island to be a place of religious freedom.
Pass.
Bayou?
Pass.
It is Roger Williams. Vandebilt, another colony founded for religious reasons, was this Catholic safe haven, which was created by George Calvert, the Lord of Baltimore.
Maryland?
Maryland.
Maryland is correct. 4 points for Vandebilt Catholic. We'll go to a 2-point toss-up. Name the poet who penned the following nonsensical lines. The time has come to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings. Who wrote it? That was Lewis Carroll. 2-point toss-up. What is the only crime mentioned in the U.S. Constitution?
Treason.
Treason is correct. Bonus question for Vandebilt. 2 points each. Give the term for a story in which anthropomorphic animals or other characters teach a moral lesson. Many of these stories were written by Aesop.
A folktale.
That's incorrect. Bayou?
A fable.
A fable is what you're looking for. Vandebilt. James Thurber adopted this Aesop fable in which the title fast animal loses a race to a very slow creature because he stops to take a nap.
The tortoise and the hare.
That's correct. Thurber also adopted another Aesop fable about 2 of these animals who travel from the city to the country and vice versa, only to discover they were each better off at home.
City mouse and country mouse.
That's correct. 4 for Vandebilt, 2 for Bayou Community. We'll go to a 2-point toss-up. Natural gas is measured in cubic feet, gasoline in gallons. How is crude oil measured? Anyone? Grace?
Liters.
That's incorrect. Bayou? It's measured in barrels. 2-point toss-up. Hg is the chemical symbol for what element? Grace?
Mercury.
Mercury is correct. Bonus question for Vandebilt. The first version of this chart included empty spaces for undiscovered elements like ecosilicon and ecogermanium. For 2 points each, name this scientific chart which shows elements with similar properties arranged in columns according to the order of their atomic numbers.
The periodic table of elements.
That's correct. This Russian scientist lends his name to element number 101. He never received a Nobel Prize even though he developed the periodic table.
Pass.
Bayou?
Pass.
It was Dmitry Mendeleev. Vandebilt. Mendeleev neglected to include this group of elements in his periodic table. These elements, situated on the far right of the table, have full valence shells and are mostly non-reactive. It's a bonus for Vandebilt.
Pass.
Okay, Bayou?
The noble gases.
Noble gases, or the inert gases. 2 points for each team. Here's a 2-point toss-up. In the Second Punic War, 218 BC, Hannibal, general of the Carthaginian army, marched his troops across northern Africa, crossed the Straits of Gibraltar, continued up the Iberian Peninsula, and crossed the Italian Alps to attack Rome. What usually undomesticated animal did Hannibal, Jackson?
Elephant.
He used elephants. And Rome won the war, by the way. But, Bayou, bonus. Characters in this ballet visit the land of snow and the land of sweets. For 2 points each, name this ballet in which Herr Drosselmeyer gives the title toy to Clara. This ballet includes the mesmerizing dance of the sugar plum
The Nutcracker.
Nutcracker is right. The Nutcracker score was composed by this Russian composer who also wrote Swan Lake and the 1812 Overture.
Pass.
Vandebilt?
Pass.
It was Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. Bayou Community, Tchaikovsky based another of his ballets on a Charles Perrault fairy tale. Carabosse curses King Florestan's daughter, who is saved by a kiss from a prince.
Sleeping Beauty.
That's correct. 4 points for Bayou. That's the end of the round. Let's take a welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Vandebilt Catholic leading Bayou Community, and here are some 2-point toss-ups for you. The amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of 1 pound of water by 1 degree Fahrenheit is called a BTU. What does BTU stand for? Stands for British Thermal Unit. The cities are Enid, Lawton, Norman, Stillwater, and Tulsa. What's the state? Ethan.
Oklahoma.
That's right. Name any 2 of the 3 Canadian provinces that border Quebec. Eli.
Ontario.
And?
Oh, 2.
2. Sorry. Vandebilt? Ethan.
Ontario and Montreal.
No. Ontario, Newfoundland, and New Brunswick. When told that one must not end a sentence with a preposition, he is said to have remarked, "This is something up with which I will not put." Name this famous British author and statesman. That was Winston Churchill. How do you spell cauldron? Jackson.
Couldron.
That's incorrect. Vandebilt? Grace.
Cauldron.
No, it's Cauldron. That is the end of the round. Vandebilt Catholic still in the lead as we come to our 60-second rounds. So Bayou, you got first choice of categories. You can have dog, zip, AD, or a Christmas carol. What's it going to be?
A Christmas Carol.
The Christmas Carol. All right. 60 on the clock. Good luck. What was Scrooge's first name?
Ebenezer.
That's right. What was the name of Scrooge's partner?
Pass.
What was the crippled boy's name?
Pass.
What was the name of the boy's father?
Freeze.
We'll stop there. Okay. Vandebilt, here you go. What was the name of Scrooge's partner? Answer?
Jacob Marley.
That's correct. Jacob Marley. What was the crippled boy's name? Answer?
Pass.
Tiny Tim. And what was the name of the boy's father? Answer?
Big Tim.
No, that was Bob Cratchit. No points for that. All right, Vandebilt, your choice of categories now. Dog, zip, or AD? What do we have?
Zip.
Zip, okay. In 60 seconds, I want you to identify these U.S. states from their postal zip code abbreviations. Good luck. M.A. M.A.
Pass.
M.O.
Montana.
No. MT.
Freeze.
Okay. All right, Bayou. There you go. You get all three of them. MA.
Massachusetts.
That's right. MO.
Missouri.
Missouri is right. And MT.
Montana.
That's Montana. You got all three for 6 points. All right, let's take a break. More South Louisiana Quiz Bowl when we come back.
South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors: Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear; Ochsner St. Mary, get the care you need close to home; Homa Paint and Industrial Supply, proud supporter of education in the Bayou region.
Welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We have a new player entering the game for Vandebilt Catholic.
I'm JC Brady, and other than Quiz Bowl, I am in drama and photography.
All right, welcome to the game. We have got a close one. Vandebilt Catholic leading by a community, and here come the 2-point toss-ups. Good luck. This is a wheel turned by the force of a moving fluid such as water, steam, or gas. Grace.
Turbine.
That's right. Around 1910, German bacteriologist Paul Ehrlich invented a treatment of diseases using drugs made from chemicals. Now often used as a cancer treatment, what is this technique called? Grace.
Chemotherapy.
That's right. 3 of the following people shared the same occupation. The 4th did not. Name the one who does not belong. Eddie Rickenbacker, Georgia O'Keeffe, Amelia Earhart, Jim Lovell. Grace.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
That's right. She was an artist. The others were aviators. The universal product code is that series of lines that can be scanned by a cash register constituting the price tag. It's common throughout all areas of retail today, but in the 1970s, what branch of retail was the first to embrace the UPC? Grace.
A grocery store.
That's right. What is the means of propulsion for vehicles competing in the famed soapbox derby? It is gravity. They roll downhill. What city served as the first capital of the United States?
Philadelphia.
That's incorrect. Grace?
New York City.
New York City. What is the most common physical handicap of children between the ages of 6 and 17? Grace?
Speech impediment.
That's right. A temporary bridge supported by several flat-bottom boats is called what? Grace?
Pontoon bridge.
I'll accept that. Pontoon bridge.
Oh, sorry.
How do you spell cylinder? Grace?
CYCLINDER.
That's incorrect. Bayou. Jackson.
CYLINDER.
Correct. This man lived during the last half of the 15th century. He took over the government of Florence and transformed it into the most powerful city in Italy. Who was he? Jackson.
Alexander the Great.
That's incorrect. Vandebilt. It was Leonardo de Medici. In one of Grimm's fairy tales, a lovely girl is locked in a tower by a wicked witch. JC.
Rapunzel.
That's correct. What country once had rulers who belonged to the Ming Dynasty? Eli.
Taiwan.
That's incorrect. Vandebilt. Grace.
China.
Correct. Aristocracy is government by the rule of a privileged wealthy class. A similar but broader term refers to government by a few people. What is it? Grace.
Communism.
Sorry, no. Bayou?
Monarchy.
No, it's an oligarchy. Don't forget you're on your own. What's the term for the right of the eldest son to inherit all property from his parents? Grace?
Pedigree.
No, sorry. Bayou? It is primogeniture. What fictional character supposedly worked for Universal Exports, which was actually a cover for his real job? That was James Bond. What method of cross-country communications lasted only a year and a half until it was made obsolete by the invention of the telegraph? That was the Pony Express. I'm going to list for you 4 of President Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal programs that were known simply by their initials. You get 2 points for selecting any one of the programs and telling me what the initials are. NRA, WPA, CCC, or TVA. Any one of them. They were the National Recovery Act, the Work Progress Administration, Civilian Conservation Corps, or Tennessee Valley Authority. What game uses play, money, houses, and hotels? Jackson.
Monopoly.
Correct. Red corpuscles are blood cells which are formed in what specific part of the body? Grace.
In the bones, or like there.
More specific.
Bone marrow.
Correct. A gladiator escaped from the Romans in the 1st century BC. Organizing a slave revolt, he defeated army after army and nearly sacked Rome itself before being defeated by Crassus. Name this gladiator. Grace.
Spartacus.
No, sorry. By you. Jackson.
Spartacus?
Spartacus is who we're looking for. What color is associated with the planet Mars? Grace.
Red.
That's right. A day after the victory of the North's victory at Gettysburg, what southern city fell to General Grant's forces after a 47-day siege? The victory left the North in total control of the Mississippi River. That was Vicksburg, Mississippi, not in time.
Sorry.
Babe Ruth played for what 2 American League teams? Jackson.
The Yankees and the Red Sox.
That's right. An animal called the bighorn can be found living wild in Alaska and the Rocky Mountains. What kind of animal is a bighorn? Eli.
Sheep.
That's right. And that is the end of the game. Vandebilt Catholic is the winner. They advance to the 2nd round of our junior high tournament. Bayou Community goes over to the elimination bracket. They'll both be back again in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week on South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Good night.